Episode 278. Our run into the Palace of the Dead continues until it ends, I guess. This time with floors 121 through 130. But just like last episode, we're going to begin with some odds and ends. Didn't mean to do that. Guess I can use this. Last time we wrapped up Elto's little custom delivery questline. This time will be Charlemagne's. Again, just to fill in time at the very start of the episode. Since runs inside each tier of the Palace of the Dead takes around 40 to 45 minutes. I think this one should be shorter than Elto's quest. Considering we had a sort of extra bonus quest as part of the previous tier for Charlemagne, I think this one will probably wrap up a little bit quicker. Maybe. So yeah, we're continuing to deliver materials for the high tea. And you know, I didn't bring anything that Charlemagne can wear once we unlock his glamour. For Elto, you don't unlock the option to glamour her because she's, well, a dragon. Oh, If we're out of purple crafter scripts, then I guess I should spend them on something. Very quick. Master recipes too, I think. So where were we? I think we got all these 400 ones. We got the Master Alchemist 11 and Carpenter 11, so starting here. Carpenter 12, sure. And Alchemist 12. And we still need to have a bit over 2,000 for what I'm planning with the relic tools. But I'll probably get a lot more of these purple scripts off screen, so it's okay to dip into the reserves a little bit, as long as we don't cap out. Okay, more of the high tea stuff. And yeah, I was saying you can't dress up Elto, so I guess I have to give you some other reward other than dress up for that very specific custom delivery recipient. Thanks to you, we now have everything we require. It is time to prepare the venue for the high tea. Come, let us go and put smiles on our patients' faces. And actually getting a mount is probably more exciting than dressing up an NPC, but dressing up an NPC is a kind of unique thing that only happens in custom deliveries, so don't want to miss out on that either. Oh perfect, a thumbnail. And I don't even have to worry about the time of day. Lighting's on the inside. Indoor lighting. How are you feeling? Enjoying yourself? I am. I must say I never thought it could be so pleasant at an infirmary. Thank you, Melee. I dare say the event is a success. We owe it to the two of you for conceiving of it and providing what was required. Full glad am I to see our patients so enjoying themselves. Long as many of them must stay here, what little additional comfort we can provide goes a long way, and as an unexpected benefit. You helped with the preparations as well, did you not? Thank you, Varentane. You've a good heart. Well, I scarcely did anything. Yeah, pat the air above him. It served to break down the barriers to which my nephew had clung. That food actually looks pretty good. I think I have some cake in the fridge. After this episode, Charlemagne could not be happier with your efforts. He now considers you an AIDS attentive angel. Or AAA. Through your efforts, the patients of Sir Vaindro's Grace have never enjoyed better conditions. It seems, however, that Charlemagne has a different sort of favor to ask you. Yeah, finale quest. I think. Not only did the event unfold smoothly, by participating in it, my nephew has begun to warm to the idea of a new wish card. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Going forward, it is my intent to host high teas on a regular basis, meaning we will continue to require the relevant supplies. I hope you will keep obliging us, Komoi, with those items as well as the usual necessities. You really like working here, don't you? If truth be told, I had not expected to enjoy myself so. I never would have known this were it not for you and Komoi. And with matters at home laid to rest, I may continue doing my part here with an easy heart. I trust that you will continue to be at my side, Meili, as a fellow aide and mentor both. Oh, you can count on it. It's great fun working together, and I learned so much from you as well. And you, Komoi, we are indebted to you more than words can well express. You have done all of us at Sir Vaindro's Grace a great service, and I pray that you will continue to lend us your expertise. Speaking of which, there is one other favor I've been meaning to ask of you. Oh, that's what the favor is, okay. I mean, I like it. Kind of. Though I have been disguising myself, leastwise, that was my intent, I have failed to fool a single person. As such, I shall shed with disguises, and strive instead to dress in a manner that would better endear myself to citizens and patients both. Whenever you have a spare moment, I would greatly appreciate your insights on outfits. Yeah, just like Zoe, we got the option to dress him up, but just like with Zoe, I don't have anything on hand that I think he can wear. Nothing fun anyway. Oh, huh. Well, I have that. This is actually one of the rewards that you get for turning in the accursed hoard from the Palace of the Dead. While I was working through floors 1 through 100, I got those pieces, I guess. They're already in my glamour dresser. I just haven't had the chance to put them on my retainer's market board selling list or whatever, but do you want to wear them? I know he can't, but this was back when all of the clothes were kind of gender locked or whatever, so you don't actually get the option to give him that one. And no, that's also from the Palace of the Dead, but we'll come up with something for him later, I guess. He's not going into the Palace of the Dead with us. And I'll make sure to come visit him once I've glamored him up and whenever we have business here, probably for the relic quests. Just a short stop to see what he can look like. Oh, but I should finish this because this episode is actually a little bit of a race against time. So I have to turn in all these things before another hour and I think 10 minutes pass. So he wants the rehabilitation aids, okay. And I want to get these in before the weekly reset happens with the maintenance. So go to this, Charlemagne, this, and this. It's also very, very risky to be doing Palace of the Dead while I'm expecting the maintenance to happen soon. But since I do think the maintenance happens in more than an hour, then I should be fine to enter the Palace of the Dead, and if an hour passes while inside the Palace of the Dead, then I'm screwed anyway. If you fail the duty, the Palace of the Dead, due to disconnecting or anything, dying is the obvious one, but also just disconnecting or running out of time, it still counts as a party KO, and then you lose your... Well, at past floor 100, you lose your entire save file. And you'd have to start from like floor 50 or floor 1 if you want the achievement, or the title or whatever. And there. This is just the end cutscene for getting all 6 in 1 week, and done. Alright, we'll see you later, Charlie. I must have forgot to call him Charlie every time they mentioned Charlemagne during the last few cutscenes. My mistake. They'll call him Charlie as soon as we dress him up in the hip, young outfits of the youth, or whatever. Do I have anything in my special dresser? You know what, the Halloween event is coming up. If there's like some kind of fun outfit they give us there, then maybe Charlie can wear some kind of fun Halloween outfit. But that'll have to be after we do the Halloween event. I guess we'll see. So yeah, that was shorter than Elto's as planned, which means we have 50 minutes before it's an hour past in the episode, but more than 50 minutes to actually complete the Palace of the Dead, and maintenance starts, I guess, whenever that is. Okay, wait, gotta eat food. That's why I bought it. Still not sure if this is optimal, but it's at least a few hundred more hit points. Maybe even like a couple thousand. Probably not more than 2,000. Not that much. Okay, here we go. Secure the area. We're in Palace of the Dead mode now. Oh, these BS. They feel dangerous to me, even though they don't show up in the guide as being dangerous. I just remember how they work. Okay, so let's watch this one carefully, and we'll activate the sustaining as soon as we start. This one's going to cast some kind of smoldering scales, right? Or paralysis, that works too. Damn, that's really bad for me. Yeah, that's real bad. That was a crit too. Getting electrified at the worst possible time. This is dangerous. Okay, so I'm glad I activated I didn't activate sustaining? No, I did, it's there. But yeah. So that's what their gimmick is. That's what makes them dangerous. It feels like that paralysis is activating far more frequently than I'm used to. But noted, these guys are dangerous. And we cannot interject that. If we're lucky, we can get out of it, but it's still very dangerous. And I should put up the sustaining, obviously. Yeah, as soon as we start fighting these guys, we have to put it up. 100% uptime from here on out, I think. We still have 15 seconds, so I have to get good at putting it up as soon as we run out of the buff. It should always be the top one, the leftmost one on the list. And this guy's dead before we have to put it back up anyway. Okay. Keep that on witching. Fortune, sure. Anything else that we kill might help us, I guess. Oh, another patrol. Don't mind if I lure you over, because there's another one right behind you. Glad I checked. Yeah, we're out of the range. Oh, and I gotta keep this up. Generally, you don't want their AoEs to force you into the room where you might step on the trap. So probably better to tank them a little bit deeper inside. I guess it depends on what kind of AoE the enemy does. Okay, I don't want to see what that does. Blade of Suffering. There might be a buff on the enemy which could be just as bad as a big attack, but big attacks tend to be the scariest, I guess, if they can crit or whatever. It's actually a big pain point that enemies would crit in these early parts of Final Fantasy XIV. In later parts, they remove that enemies don't crit. That's great. That's our ace in the hole. I love that. Okay, I was wondering. I didn't want to aggro it until we secured a route inside the safe corridor. Oh god, no. I forgot again. Okay, gotta remember. Is that thing aggroed on us? No. Yeah, as soon as we fight any enemy, we have to make sure rehabilitation is up now. Damn, our paralysis again. Okay, I guess we avoided that. We'll wait for this paralysis to run out. There's a way forward. I think I maybe want to check this chest. Right, sustaining. My DPS rotation now begins with sustaining, I just have to remember that. I don't like that guy being so close to it. No sneaky patrols. Watch the ground. Okay, there's a sneaky respawn. I don't think they can respawn inside the corridors though, in between rooms. Well, that would have been good for taking out enemies. Yeah, another little foible of not being able to open chests as a chimera. What you could do is transform into a chimera, stand in this, and in the next floor you'd be a chimera. But since you can't pick up the pomander before you leave, you can't do that little trick. Just another little quirk. HP decrease, okay. That just means we'll have to be even more careful with our sustaining potion. Okay, good. Oh, damn it. Can never remember which one's first, sight or safety. Well, it's fine. We'll get another safety later. Who? A brackish Nonka? Like a brackish drop? Who's doing that? Not these. Well, someone was doing it. We'll be careful. Right, sustaining. Again. Especially with the HP decrease. Ingrain it in your mind. We also have no option for Chimera as our get out of jail free card. That's coming from something else, I think. Like in the next room over. Alright, we regained our lust from... is it these guys? It might be these guys. It is them, yeah. We got back our lust for using on the boss, I guess, but... not the most important, I think. Okay, then that just means they're higher on the list for getting rid of now. Seconds left on rehabilitation. Since every enemy drops one potion, you can just use one potion on every enemy. But for everyone that we, every 2 enemies that we kill on one potion, that just means we gain some potions that we can use on bosses like consecutively, since bosses require multiple potions. Usually. Depending on your class. Okay, good. We regained the safety that I accidentally used. And that's right. There are no traps, so I'm safe here. Even from here, huh? All the way across. I forgot again. That could have killed us if I wasn't, Yeah, as soon as we start. Maybe even before we pull. Yeah, definitely before we pull. And this one's just for practice, so I get it in my thick skull that I do this. Okay, not that one. Damn it. I can't believe that. Yeah, the paralysis can kill, especially with those long-range guys. This is how the palace kills you, with all these guys working together. Okay. The sustaining was up, so I aggroed. Beware the bias, that's what I'm learning. Let's actually get rid of this thing, since we don't want to be poisoned or paralysis while this thing is there. Right. Gotta get that in my head. Potion up before you aggro. Still no, huh? Well, I guess we get these chests. Alright, we still have 15, so I don't potion up right now. But anytime after this... "30 seconds paralysis is really bad. And these might even be mimics, which is extra scary. I'll wait until it's around 7 seconds. We should be able to survive, I think. Okay. It's better to get rages at the very start of the 4. I can never work with these when they're at the very end. Oh right, no traps, yeah. Well, I guess it's better to realize, or better to stay safe walking around a untrapped floor, rather than to throw caution to the wind on a trapped floor. If I have instincts to stay near walls, then that's probably serving for the better later on. Secure the area. Okay, patrol coming this way. In case this is a mimic, we'll wait on that one. Spriggan might attack us. Watch out for that. Potion up. I think we're in Spriggan range now. While the potion's still going, get the Spriggan. No patrols coming this way. Some of these enemies have really quick casts like that. Well, not the fast folder. The blizzard. They have really quick casts that you can interrupt, but I don't know if anyone has the timing to do that. You'd have to like throw in the interrupt before you even see the cast bar for the lag to account for that. Oh, that's just a dead end room, so yeah. Alright, let's begin first. I'm now potioning after I do one of my attacks, like the first thing to pull the enemy. I should be activating it before I do the attack, but I guess it's good that I'm remembering to do it, at least. Okay, the patrol next. Still need more kills, so we'll fight the scary paralysis guy, I guess. If we don't have to, I'd like to avoid these guys. Oh yeah, potion. Well, at least I got that off before the paralysis. Oh. Yeah, there's the maintenance coming in. The key is not glowing yet, but we also have to go through and find the key still. And this floor might be big. We'll quickly check around here. I think we have to kill this guy anyway, so yeah. Potion. Alright, there's the passage cairn. At least that's it activated, and there it is too. Okay. Let's just try to... We can run back if we need to. Don't need the chest here. especially with maintenance coming soon. But even so, our time on the duty timer should run out before the maintenance starts. I believe that was the hour warning. Okay, this room kind of confused me. It's just an L shape, I see. Sometimes there's like a pillar in the middle of the room, and I thought this was like that pillar. Okay, good. Rage at the very start. We still have to be very careful about traps, though. I might want to use a safety on this floor. Oh, the Minotaurs. We do have to watch out for those. Let's actually safety it up. And then rage it up. Good combo. Oh, and before that, Fortune. Since we're committing to killing everything on this floor with all these Formenders, we do have to be careful not to aggro too much, especially if they can stun us. This guy does a big, untelegraphed swing, apparently. The passage is ready, but we still have 30 seconds on this. That one's not passage. Unfortunately, we did not secure our passage through with the rage. HS? Don't think so. Just a bronze one over there. And yeah, we're done. So let's be quick. I guess we can pick up the bronze one. Bronze ones and silver ones won't be Mimic this far down anyway. This far down, only the gold ones are Mimics because those are the most useful, I guess. Resolution. That one's not very helpful, I don't think. I'm not sure I want to use Alteration either. The Mimics are scary, damn. Yeah, even clearing out a room, you still have to deal with these guys. Whenever they respawn. Okay. Would have been nice if we got the safety back, or if I used Sight in the first place. It's always a gamble. Fortune, we got that back. No more witching. I guess we can use an alteration. No. I don't want to die to a mimic, like 3 mimics all at once. It was all like aggro on proximity, so they could be easy to stumble on if they're all in one room. I mean, we can pull them from afar, but it's still scary to me. And yeah, the passage was just in the one room away from us that we didn't do. Unfortunately. This one hasn't aggroed on us technically. Intuition, I guess. I mean, I should be using them anyway for the rewards. This deep down we get silver rewards, but we might like want the higher tier rewards later. Okay, wait, no. No to that. Playing it safe. And speaking of playing it safe, put on the potion. These ones don't seem too bad, but they probably have at least one move that's scary. Maybe just like some kind of big straight up attack or something, I don't know. Okay, no more chests. No more chests that we care about. Unless... should I do the alteration? Sometimes it's the The little mandragores? I shouldn't gamble. But if they give them to you, they must be useful for something other than just... Well, I guess the use is that they have more drops for chests or potions or whatever. And I guess they're also predictable. Okay, well that's not the worst thing in the world. We are just using potions now. Secure route over here. We're safe. Okay. We gotta watch out for that big... We don't want to wander back in. The other thing is that this thing has knockback. Yeah, it's very big. So actually the strategy for dealing with these guys, we don't want them in the middle of the tunnel. We want them like closer to the edge. And we don't want to be knocked back into some scary... Yeah, that's why I didn't do that before. I knew it. I didn't know it, but I'm just being careful, I guess, so... Another patrol coming. Get rid of this guy quick. Okay. Still 13 seconds on this, but we have to be careful with the timing. That's our cue. Without the telegraph, it's hard to know exactly how big the circle is, obviously, but what I mean is that even after he does the attack and we see the big swing, the circular one, I don't have a good idea for how big that actually is, just because the swing isn't on the ground, it's like around him, high up in the air. No patrols, just some Spriggans. We're not going for that chest. I think we go for this chest. Though I don't know what this Basilisk does. Probably some kind of scary petrification. Okay, this guy first. Pretty sure he's coming our way or that way. Sometimes the annoying thing is that when you try to use a potion, if you do it too early after you do a different action, you don't actually get the potion. It's the same thing with a lot of global cooldown stuff. You don't really get to do actions in a row. Damn. Well, we'll learn what this thing does, I guess. It does a body slam, okay. Any scarier attacks? That's the Spriggan. Yeah, that's the thing. The petrification thing. I don't know if petrification instantly kills you if you get hit, but it might. And this was affluence. Halfway through and over half the time remaining. I think we're fine. Let's try to skirt around this way and try to find... Damn. Oh no. That is unfortunate. Okay, these guys do only like less than 1% of their auto attack, so we should be safe, but it's unfortunate that I had to use a witching on that. We'll just have to hold out for not using any more witching. I guess I tried to sneak around these guys, but they're harder to sneak around than I thought. It may be just about turned around as soon as I looked at them. Okay, well that's no good. Just stand right there. Right at the entrance. Get away from that. We do have arm's length if we want to tank one of those and not get knocked back. But I think tanking one is just still inadvisable. Okay, the passage is ready. We should just get on with it. And this one first. Although I would really like to recoup my losses on the witching and everything else. Oh, the potion. But remember, always be potioned. Maybe the Minotaur swing is about that size? I probably overestimate the Minotaur swing a little bit, like I give it too much room, and I'm probably okay with tanking the Minotaurs a little bit further into the tunnel. Okay, we don't want Lust. We want Witching. Quick peek and... No, we're not going in there. Get on with it. We are now more than halfway through. And I guess generally speaking, you want to spend a lot of time, or you want to have a lot of time left over for the boss, just in case DPS isn't quite what you need. A cursed horde, huh? We'll look around, I guess. Secure the area. That doesn't feel very secure with that guy nearby. And luckily we're not getting sandwiched by a patrol. Oh, I actually pulled him a little bit too far in here. Luckily there's this thing. Okay, it is a lot bigger than the tortoise slam. Oh, another patrol. These guys are actually sound-based, so we can't just kind of walk past them. But we should get rid of this guy. These ones actually do a scary sleep, which make you unable to deal with things until you get auto-attacked. Yeah, we got auto-attacked instantly, so we're fine. But much more dangerous in a group, and also dangerous when you're dealing with an enemy group. Another raising, wow. Unfortunately, we cannot double stack on raising. Okay, good, finally. We were trying to recoup that one ever since we started this tier. Okay, that's... I don't want to go all the way there for 1 gold and fight that one guy. There's the horde. We'll deal with this. This is the room we have to go to anyway. Potion up, can't forget. Watch our backs. Watch our ground. Okay, and just enough to activate the cairn. Still want to be very careful looking around for traps. Or that. There's Infatuation. And Death Trap. Okay, other than the auto attacks, all the scary stuff is gone. Always watching my back here. Okay. So we want to walk as little distance as we can towards this thing. Starting from the wall with as few distance that we have to walk into the center, I guess. And the same exact route path. And the same route back, and what's that? I can't believe this. Mimic into Mimic. This is why you can't pick up a chest right after doing a Mimic. Because it might be another Mimic. That Mimic was pregnant. This is how they reproduce. Or something, I don't know. Get out of here. Okay. Now hang on. There can't be a third mimic, right? That'd be an interesting way for your run to end if you didn't have an interject and you got cursed. Curse isn't the end of the world, that's what this Pomander of Purity is for. Like the only thing. Okay, well we got back our witching. I guess it was worth it. But yeah, Pox would make you not be able to heal basically for 10 minutes until you remove it. I'm not sure if that's like auto healing or item healing or all healing, but it's still bad no matter what. Okay, there's the hallway. No immediate patrols. And this is our home base. We're safe. Says the Pomander of Safety. Check out the opposite side of our home base. Okay, I like this layout for corridor. A lot of room to run in, that's very safe. Let's see. Okay, we gotta clear this room basically. That's what this guy does. Alright. We're good on health, we're good on rehabilitation. Call in the next one. I want to be quick about calling in the next one sometimes because our rook is out and it does a big attack at the very end. Just another thing to maximize DPS, I guess. Okay, this guy goes berserk, so that's an attack increase. Very dangerous, I remember from the lower floors. But that memory was back when I didn't have sustaining potions, so it might be much more manageable. Karen's not ready. That's not a patrol. I guess I got just spawned in. Rehabilitation, 3 seconds. We've kind of been going through this entire one without attack or defense increase. Just because I haven't found any extra one of those. Technically it should be survivable without those, but you might run into a problem like getting jumped by these guys or something. Yeah, auto attack me. And there we go. Ah, the potion. Every 30 seconds, I just gotta watch out. It's like an annoying surprise that every 30 seconds I find out that I don't have what I need to survive. We're not fighting anything else, so we don't need to fortune up. Circle around this way. Alteration. Is that good for anything? I guess the mimics stand still. As long as they're standing still, we can deal with them. But if they start hitting hard with their auto attacks, then they become a problem. We don't need items from them, so maybe I shouldn't be risking it. If the only real bonus is the items, then I shouldn't be using it, but I guess their predictability can be useful if they're like the only enemies that spawn in a room. Now let's secure... This isn't a hallway, is it? No, it's... Okay, this is a round room and... I see now, okay. Okay. If we have to panic and do a witching, then we have one back there. We're actually almost in the range where I can put on the strengths and defense. And have it last until the boss, all the way through the boss. So I should probably do it at the very end of this floor, or maybe even at the start of the next one. No patrols. Nope, there's a patrol. There's 2 patrols. Let's aggro 1 over. We're good. Stand near it, even though we're close to aggroing this other one. Okay, well, you know what? I think we're fine. Okay, we're fine. I was afraid of the double auto attacks, but yeah, we managed to make it through it without using anything. I was about to use the witching since we had it right there. That probably would have been safer. But sometimes you have to test your limits to understand, I guess, how safe certain moves are. Test your limits responsibly, I guess. Oh, it's those guys. It is safe now. Unfortunately, they're not the only ones that spawned. Yeah, that does make getting the cairn ready sooner. Before enemies dropped 1 sustaining potion per enemy, you had to do a lot of farming to even prepare for these later floors, for solo. I guess the idea was that you have to go in with a party, and if you don't, you have to do a lot of preparation. Okay, that's bad. Okay, wait for them. The imp first. Chickens do the next most amount of damage, and then frogs do no damage, so there is some strategy here. It happened on my way back too, which means I didn't take the exact same route back. Very dangerous. Uh-oh. And I run out of sustaining right there, I didn't even realize. I'm messing up all of my rotation stuff, but I think as long as we're alive, we're fine. Okay. Crisis averted. Let's get out of this floor. Right, well, we saw that one. Yeah, I don't know if this is part of the guide, but I guess in my mind, it's safer to, as soon as you trigger the luring trap, you want to actually kite them into a tunnel where it's safer, and no other enemies can, like, show up, maybe? Unless a patrol comes by. It does seem like we're gonna have to go around these guys, so even though the key is ready, we'll just deal with them. I think as long as the enemies don't have line of sight on you, they can't hit you. Unless it's like one of those telegraphs that goes around the corner. Somehow. Alright, no patrols. Except for that one. Glad I checked. Potion before it does that. Okay, this sleep is... okay, there we go. Was lasting a bit longer than the other ones. The way enemies auto-attack is a little bit weird, isn't it? It doesn't always follow their animations or their behavior. Well, it's just the way the clock works, like global timer or something. Kind of wedged myself right in there. Okay, what's my reward? Strength, perfect. I'm glad I worked for this one. And I don't want to run into trouble with this thing. Especially when enemies are respawning in that room as we speak. Get rid of them. 20 seconds on sustaining. Okay, that's a silver, so let's leave. No auto heal, not the worst in the world. Let's do this. Secure the route over here. No alluring traps. No patrols. Are you a mimic? Safety, great. This does not remove mimics though. Mimics don't count as traps, even though they're traps. Alright, starting with you. In our very safe dead-end home, right here. Oh no, damn it. How'd I... Oh, okay. That was my fault. I see. I used Ricochet, this attack. I've been very careful not to use Ricochet when kiting enemies, but that time I just instantly used it. Well, we're down another witching, I guess. Due to my own negligence. As long as we're careful and we don't step on any... randomly step on any luring traps, which I can't be careful about, not really. But as long as we're careful and don't make mistakes like that, which I can control, and I should be able to get that witching back just through normal gameplay. We do want it to at least wake us up with the auto attack before we... Okay, that's a problem. My rogue killed it, so we didn't get the auto attack awake. One thing to keep in mind, I guess. Just a few more seconds, I guess we're taking a nap. Wake up, Kamoi. Maintenance is still coming. Okay, we're losing out on DPS here if we're asleep for this. And we won't ricochet this guy, we only use the blue one on the X button. We can only use ricochet when there are no enemies, which is, I guess, against the design philosophy of ricochet. It's meant to be for AoE. Shall we leave? Good, another Serenity. We were down on that, I didn't even realize. We'll take any easy chests in case they might be the witching that I'm losing out on. But otherwise, we'll have 17 minutes to fight the boss. Okay, we're not going into that room. Even though you're looking right at it, we're still outside of the cone. So, this boss casts fear itself, and that's basically the only thing to look out for. We have to make sure that we don't put pools in the center, which should be easy as a ranged DPS. We currently have damage up for 3, maybe 4 more minutes. We'll put on steel, and we'll use 1 lust after the potion. After we get 5 stacks, we'll remove the lust without removing our other buffs. There's the fire pool. Get rid of this. There's the ice pool. And it does a pattern of fire, ice, so after the last one, we run straight to the center. Gotta put the potion back up. And the fear itself here is pretty fast, but we can avoid it. The idea of this boss is to put you into the pools against your will, because you panic whenever fear itself goes on. But as long as you kite the boss away from the center, you should be fine. Sustain back on. 100% uptime. And on the next dice, it's back to the center. Gotta stand inside the hitbox. Before we begin our heat, let's put on the potion again. We technically don't need the defense for this easy of a boss, this low of a boss. At this low of a floor, relatively. But I guess it makes it that much more comfortable, I guess. We don't have to hoard them the entire time. And also it seems like it's still keeping us even on health. We're not exactly gaining more health than we're losing. I mean, I guess we are if we're topping off, but it's still, I think, a close race. Nice after this. Potion back. Even though it's almost dead. And right on time for the end of the episode. Actually, it was time to spare. I'm not sure if that counts as duty complete. Did duty complete go on the screen? I kind of tuned that out at this point. You might actually have to reach the exit before you are considered having completed the floor, so... I mean, the timer is still counting on the right side. There, we secured victory before maintenance. We leveled up too. Yeah, that actually went pretty swimmingly. I was actually really afraid of running out of time during maintenance, or at the exact time maintenance starts or something. I guess for the rest of our time we can turn in our sweet silver trimmed sacks, 3 of them, which sometimes give us wind up etta, or materia, or something. Oh, not that. This one. Okay, sometimes weapons too, which are kinda useless. Sure, we'll take the music. And another weapon. Is that even good as a glamour? It's interesting. Not exactly my style though. Although no, that's white mage. Huh, right. That's why it's not my style. And I guess the other thing we can trade in are these Kilmoran potsherds. The idea would be previously to get a bunch of these and trade them all for potions, because you get 20 for one. So you would actually be farming a bunch of bronze chests just to get these to prepare for a solo run. No longer have to do that, thankfully. Which I guess means we can get whatever we want, like this flying eye mount, or flying head rather. I guess that can be fun. Or this Framer's kit. Maybe there are some good options there. I haven't really changed my portrait, but also my adventurer plate since a long time ago, have I? Well, alright. That's the episode. Starting next time, we'll find some other way to kill time just like we did at the start of this episode, followed by more Palace of the Dead. until we ourselves have died. And that would be a good time to take a break.